Miss Martin Muses, and a very Merry Christmas to you, one and all. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas day. And of course, today is Boxing Day. So I hope you all are having a very Merry Boxing Day. And lots of soccer, aka football, though football is probably the proper term for it. I know is happening today. And it just occurred to me that there is football and most of it's probably happening right now. So what am I doing on a stream? Well, you know what? I can watch it later or watch plenty all day long. So I'm hoping once again that you all had a very Merry Christmas. And if you would help me out here, because I'm experimenting with whether or not I should monetize my live streams. Are the ads being intrusive? So let me know if ads pop up or if there's too many at the beginning. I don't quite know how it goes. I'm still pretty much an amateur on all of this. So let me know. Let me know what your experience was with the monetization. But look who is here. It is none other than Rebecca Gold, aka Ian. So thank you so much for being here. So good to see you. Yeah, you were one of the OGs here on Miss Martin Muses on our Corona Diaries live streams. Weren't they fun? Well, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a happy Boxing Day. Also, it's St. Stephen's Day. That's what it is officially on the calendar. Now, I will be doing a Catholic Splaining Christmas over on my Catholic Splaining channel. So that's where I'm going to get all religious on y'all. But if that is something that you want to do, if you want to be Catholic Splained, please go ahead and subscribe over there. No, or not a fan of football. Yes, I know. And I'm surprised that you haven't had your citizenship taken away for that. I mean, you're an Englishman for crying out loud, but that's okay. I know your family is, so maybe, they'll save your soul. Yes, it is a Dispel Breaker or Dispel Breaker. Wait a second. Is that Demogeny? I believe it is. I recognize the thing. Oh, yeah, because YouTube's now doing the thing where they're making you have like your original or something on it. You can't change your name. But Merry Christmas to you too, my friend. And as you can see underneath on the ticker that I said, what did you get for Christmas? Now, of course, as you get a little bit older, it's not quite the same as when you're a kid and you get a gazillion toys. One of my favorite toys. If there was a Red Ryder BB gun thing that was for me, it was the Barbie Dream House. And I got that for Christmas when I was 8 years old. Still remember it. It was the best Barbie doll house on the planet. I had so many years of playing with that thing. That was one of my favorite toys as a kid. Yes, it's Demogeny. Yes. Well, so good to see you. So good to see you. Merry Christmas. Yeah. I guess that's why it's a good thing that we all keep the same avatar when YouTube decides to do these weirdo things. My goodness gracious. So what did you all get? Now, Dad did one of those things where he gave us all like gift certificates, so like we could choose. And of course, what did I spend most of it on was Beauty and the Beast merchandise. I went to see the Broadway show Beauty and the Beast, which is unbelievably awesome. And reminds us that good entertainment people will come to see. It was packed to the rooftop. And oh, wait, just a second. I got to mute myself. Oh, okay. I'm back. My dad, who is awesome, he wanted to see if I wanted anything from Starbucks. And actually, I do not, because I don't think I want anything sweet for about 200 years after Christmas. My goodness gracious, yes. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Beauty and the Beast merch. Well, again, you will pack the rooftops if you have good entertainment that's good for everyone without, a bunch of bleh. So, in any case, I went to see Beauty and the Beast and I did get some merchandise. I got like a magic mirror, the Belle's magic mirror thing, and it's gorgeous. And, it's sitting there. Maybe I should have gotten pictures to show you all off. But that was one of the things that I got. And I got a Beauty and the Beast throw blanket. It's my second one I've gotten, but I should say I should have said I just got it for my cat because he has hogged it continuously since I got it. So I haven't actually had a chance to use it. So yeah, so those are two of the presents. Now on Christmas Day. Oh wait, I should say my friend Maury. I got to spend some time with my friend Maury in real life. We had a blast, by the way, a absolute blast. And she got me Bell bubble bath and Bell hand cream. Yes, those SOBs made that. I didn't even know it. So it was probably one of the best Christmas gifts. Oh, and Bell hand sanitizer. And it smells really nice, really girly. So that was the other thing that I got. Um, my brother got something really cool that frankly, even my mom said, maybe I can get one. It is a Death Star soap dispenser. It is so awesome. I don't even know what to do with myself. It really is as cool as it sounds. I'm gonna post it. And we're all like, that's great. The my sister and her family got that for him. And I'm just like, yes, we all want the Death Star soap dispenser. It's pretty awesome, and my mom has actually a really cool she has a Darth Vader robe, um, and it's one of those, thick robes that you wear, it's like kind of like a towel too, and I always use it when I come over, I always steal it, so I'm using that right now. So what did you get for Christmas? Right now I am drinking some, I think this is peppermint coffee. So, what else did I get that was awesome? Okay, now this is funny. Maybe you've heard of bonnets. And yes, it's usually worn by Black women. However, I was thinking, you know what? That's something I need because my hair is really curly and it really can look unruly in the morning. And if I like take a brush to it, it turns into Hermione hair, real Hermione. In the first movie, they did a good job of showing Hermione's hair where it just is like floofing out. So my sister got me a bonnet for Christmas. And then I had to explain to my mom what it was. So, yes, I haven't had a time to properly try it out because I haven't, had to set my hair or do anything yet. I haven't washed my hair. I was so lazy, I just collapsed. I was gonna do a chill stream last night, but I'm like, "Nope, not gonna happen." So, yes, I got a bonnet. That was a fun one to have. I also got some stuff to put in the bathtub, some really cool stuff in the bathtub. I got a hair clip that looks it's like a piano, so it looks like a piano keyboard, so that's gonna be cool. So I'll look awesome when I go to symphony or when I go to school. What else did I get? Of course, like I said, when you're our age, you don't get a lot. Um, yeah, besides the bonnet, the that, and yeah, isn't this terrible? I don't even remember what I got for Christmas. But, um but yeah, those were some pretty awesome presents that I got. I think that was pretty much it, yeah. I I got a bunch of bubble bath. I also got sprinkles you put into the bubble bath. Mom got a bunch of, like, nail polish and stuff, and dads are always hard to get for. We got him I got him hot sauce. But it was like artisan hot sauce, and the other family got him peanut brittle. What does Rebecca Gold said? I got a hardback book. Yay! The Making of Star Trek 3, which is one of my favorite OG Star Trek movies. Oh, you killed my son. You killed my son. You Klingon bastards. Yes. I really like that. And of course, it has Doc in it being the villain Klingon. Yeah. I'll tell you what, that whole trilogy thing, the Star Trek 2, Star Trek 3, and those are the best. Of course, my personal favorite really is The Wrath of Khan. For me, nothing tops that, but I get it how Star Trek 3 can definitely be one of your favorites as well. And they steal the Enterprise. It's like, you'll never work for, NASA again. Though at the end of Star Trek 4, I think it's a little bit ridiculous how they kind of get everything forgiven, oh yeah, he's demoted to captain of the Enterprise. It reminds me of the ending of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where the Slytherin had won. I mean, justice for Slytherin. Slytherin won the cup that year. And then Dumbledore and all that. And after they've decorated the hall, Slytherin is excited. They're happy. They're patting themselves on the back. They rightly earned that because Hermione and Harry and all them really did screw up Gryffindor. And at the last minute, in front of everybody, he decides to go, well, actually, let's give some more points. And it was just so convenient that he gave enough points that Gryffindor won. It's like putting your foot on the scale or something. It was totally cheating. If he wanted to give those points to those kids, he had plenty of chances and didn't have to spring that on Slytherin. So justice for Slytherin. And if anyone in Slytherin did turn evil, you know what? It was on Dumbledore. Maybe that was one of Dumbledore's most evil actions. He could have given those points before and not decorated the hall and all that and humiliated Slytherin. It is a Dega Outlaw. Hello, thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Rebecca Gold says, or Ian says rather, I also got a Blu-ray DVD player that connects to my computer. Hell yes. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm all for DVDs nowadays. When I saw that they were starting to alter the digital things that you get and you have no choice, yeah, that's what I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure that the best movies that are out there are on DVD. Also, I've started using DVDs because I'm like, okay, I want to watch this movie and I'll go maybe on Amazon or whatever, one of those things. And then they're always like, oh, well, for this one, you have to pay extra. And it's usually like $3.99 or something. And if you go to the secondhand bookstore that's a chain, in where I live, you can get used DVDs for less than that. So I just say, screw that. I make a note of it and I go and get them at the secondhand bookstore. So I am using those a lot now. When I had my surgery, it was a slash Christmas present slash sorry, you're getting cut open, and also my cat had just died. I got the newest Xbox, and it's all in one, so you're just able to put in the DVD, and it works great like that. But that is a fantastic present. 2 thumbs up. I endorse that present. So yeah, now I know over there in England and Europe and stuff, y'all really still properly celebrate Boxing Day, St. Stephen's Day. But I think after that, then you all kind of do what America does and kind of forget about it. Well, I think maybe it depends. Like when I lived in Ireland, people did celebrate the full 12 days of Christmas and didn't take their Christmas tree down till the 12th day. Now, maybe if you're Catholic, you do. There's lots of heretics, and I will call you a heretic out there, people, if you take down your Christmas tree before the 12th day of Christmas. In England, they call it 12th night. So keep it up. For one thing, what are you doing not celebrating when you can be celebrating? Celebrate, kids. Celebrate. Everyone's all like, oh, it's all over. It's like, no, it's not over. Celebrate. I mean, you've got a built-in excuse to keep eating mince pies and candy and chocolate and all of that stuff. Keep it up. Keep it up, kids. And you don't even have to fast, or rather abstain on Friday. So, I mean, celebrate the full 12 days. And if you want to go hardcore, celebrate all the way to the baptism of the Lord, and then really go hardcore, wait till the February 2nd. Yeah, it's fun. Enjoy yourselves. Good morning. It is John 005 dash. And like I said, I'm going to be going into that when I go on to the Catholic Explained. So I'm not going to get too much more into that. But even secular out there, secular celebrations, celebrate for 12 days. And then do a big thing when the 3 kings come. Give each other gold, frankincense, and myrrh and stuff, or fake ones. Hello. Has Boxing Day become a normal day, at least in Canada? Are you saying that it is a normal day in Canada? It is a normal day, I know, in England and Ireland. We don't celebrate it here in America, but I spent a good deal of my childhood over there, so Boxing Day is kind of a thing for me, sort of, though we still call it St. Stephen's Day. So there's a little bit of religious overlap there. But yeah, the second day of Christmas is celebrating St. Stephen's Day. But I think that, you all like, all the shops close and everything. Shops don't close here. It's not a thing for America because technically, we don't have that in our culture, in our zeitgeist. But, I know that there's so much soccer going on, which is what makes Boxing Day awesome. People are broke this year. Well, yeah, that's another thing. On my Festivus, trust me, I whinged and whinged and whinged because, you're allowed to do that. Absolutely, you're allowed to do that on Christmas. I mean, rather, Festivus. By the way, I did go ahead and turn on the monetization for this stream, so let me know if ads are bothering you because I don't know what it looks like from your end. And I'm still, like I said, a little bit of an amateur, so please let me know. Let me know if ads are bothering you in the middle of the stream. If not, I might make some decisions. So I did go ahead and turn it off for some of my other streams, but I decided for this one I turned it on. So let me know in the chat. Hello, humans and other critters. Yes, we love our polar bears here. And Miss Martin News says, hello, 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 hello. So good to see you. Merry Christmas and happy St. Stephen's Day and happy Boxing Day. Another reason to celebrate the 12 days of Christmas is after Christmas Day, they put all the Christmas stuff on clearance. So go and nab it all up and party like it's 1999. It is Nordporial. Why, hello there. Great to see you. Great to see you. Merry Christmas. What did you get for Christmas? Please share in the chat what you got for Christmas. Rebecca Gold says, you guys have Thanksgiving, which is like another Christmas day. It means you get 2 Christmases. Yes, except without the presents and more stress. You are correct. It is actually a little odd because it's so back to back. Like this year, we decided we weren't going to have turkey and all that because we already had that at Thanksgiving. So we all got what we wanted. That's what's awesome about having no kids, no in-laws or anything. So in our family, Dad just goes, what do y'all want? And we're going to get it. And it was like, that is awesome. So Mom and Dad wanted pork, whatever it was, not pork, ribeye. I wanted a pork loin, so we got that. My brother, he wanted ham, so Dad just ordered some ham, and then we ordered the sides we wanted, and we ordered the desserts we wanted, and that's that. And we all just ate what we wanted and cooked it up in the microwave. So that was kind of nice. But yes, you're right. 2 Christmases. Oh, everyone's saying hello to the channel. Rather to each other. Hello. Yes, we love each other. Happy Boxing Day, all your boxers. Yeah, I know. So it still comes straight to my head when I think about that. I think of oh, is everyone going to go out and beat the living daylights out of each other? Hey, maybe if we made that a tradition, people would feel better about themselves, kind of like a physical Festivus. I was about ready to say 2026 has got to be better, but I can't. I don't want to give that voodoo on me. Yeah, that's a mess. Here, let me do something I need to change. Yeah, so please let me know if ads are bothering you in the middle of the stream. I still am such an amateur when it comes to being a YouTube creator and all that. I just like to come and hang out with you and share, but again, I want you to have the best experience. 1999 party, gents. Yes. Well, this fall has been horrendous, and I am not exaggerating. It has been the worst fall probably in my life. But yeah, lots of death and cancer and not me. All sorts of things, really bad things. So we're just taking it one day at a time. I'll probably talk more about that on the religious channel about how I survive, and frankly, that's how I survive, among other things, and getting a lot of support there. But also, the community. It's really, really. This is why it's important that you don't be an asshole, because when things go bad, people will be there to support you. Or if you give, if you support other people when they're going through something, they'll turn around and support you. Now, okay, not always. Those are the crap friends. But in general, if you have community, if you know the people in your neighborhood, I mean, these are, people that even I knew in my neighborhood before I moved into the neighborhood, because when I would visit my sister, I would hang out and see them all, and so, we're talking nearly 30 years where I've at least been part of this neighborhood even in a surrogate manner. Yeah. So, all right. It is Citizen Ronan, the feats of boxing strength. Let's start it, people. Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer to be first? What's this? Share your referral link. Oh, I got you. I'll just do it. Why not? Wait, can I say? I guess you'll get 10. If you want to do it, you'll get 5% off. Whatever. This is an advertisement. Um, but yeah, let's all be for each other online. I have no tolerance for these fake fights, and they are fake fights that prop up, and that where everyone props each other up and perpetuates this drama farming, because then par everyone participates, and then everyone makes money off of it, whether it's making money on X or making money on YouTube. That's why it's worthless to try to reason with anybody or even to engage with them, because the purpose is to get you to look. The purpose is not to change anything. Well, it's Dad Man walking. Why, hello there. Merry Christmas. Happy Boxing Day. And technically, though, in Unboxing Day, I believe you're supposed to go out and help the poor and stuff. So go help the poor, everybody. It's easy for me to help the poor. That sounds terrible. But we got it all sorted out. You just go to the local St. Vincent de Paul and boom, there it is. Yeah, it's nice to have like little stations like that. Um, yep. And now they're starting to have like QR code things, because they're trying to encourage people not to give to panhandlers. So it says, support panhandlers by going here, like, and it gives money to the local shelter or something. So there we go. It's Pope Leo's first Christmas, is it not? Says John005. It is. It is indeed. And he went all out. I'll tell you what. Yeah, there's a few things I'm like, Pope Leo, shut up. I feel about him. Some of the stuff he weighs in on that he shouldn't weigh in on, and that was what made Francis have any issues. But yes, other than Pope Leo, he's been doing some good stuff, and it's been subtle, but he's slowly but surely bringing back the things that need to be brought back. It was his vestments. It was a magnificent celebration, and I think that it is nice to have a pope that speaks English. I've said that before the election, that we had to have a pope that speaks English next time. We can never again have a pope in modern day that cannot speak English. Not because I'm an English supremacist. It's just a fact that that is the universal language, and that we need to hear the pope in the language we can understand. Because even if you are not, for example, an English speaker, sorry, even if it's not your first language, it's most people's second language. Like pilots have to have it, journalists have to speak English. So he came out and he gave a message to people in English. It was really cute because a lot of people couldn't get in and they were all outside, and came out and gave a message in English and then Italian. So 2 thumbs up. It was a good celebration, and everyone's saying hello to each other. Yes. So it is his first Christmas. It's going to be his first Easter next time around too. So it's going to be his firsts. His firsts. I like his appointments too, most of them. So yeah, we'll see. So yes. So after we all help the poor, watch soccer, football. Is there American football on this day? I don't know. I know they have it on Christmas Day, which in a way is kind of like wrong. Crying out loud, spend it with your families, people. But oh well. We watched, oh my gosh. Well, on Christmas Eve, we watched A Christmas Story. And we watched 2 movies. Oh, no. After we're done with A Christmas Story, Dad and I then watched some true crime stuff. So nothing like, Christmas cheer, like serial killers. Then we watched Elf yesterday afternoon. And then last night we watched Bad Santa. And Mom was just like, what the heck is this? And I actually kind of liked it. I mean, it was really awful, but it had a good message at the end. But yeah. Yeah, Mom was, but I accused her, though. She laughed once. I said, you laughed once. Citizen Ronan said, Pope Leo feels more like meet the new boss, same as the old boss, but I agree about the English. Could be. Could be. We'll see. We shall see. He listens. He's listened on a few things, and that's what to me is more important. But yeah, I get you. I get you. I'm watching. I definitely am. Again, Francis gave us the feel of what it was like to live in the Renaissance in medieval times. Like we had never really had a pope that was bad at poping really for a very, very long time. We were really spoiled. I watched Die Hard last night. Yes, on Christmas Eve. Did you leave what duct tape cigarettes and a Twinkie for him? I need to start doing that. I thought that was funny. I put that out on my Twitter. By the way, everyone, please share what you got for Christmas. Please share what you got. I'm still trying to remember. Well, I just got so much girly stuff. Think hand cream, face cream. Um, Dad got me shampoo and conditioner, but it's like really nice shampoo and conditioner, the stuff that you get from the Blue Lagoon. And also, please let me know if the ads are bothering you. I don't know how that works. Also, what is it? Oh, he got me a silicone mask from the Blue Lagoon. I like to get my things from the Blue Lagoon, and it's a little pricey, so it's nice to get it as a Christmas gift. And also hand cream. Right, quite right, Ron. Old Nos boss, new boss. There should be a college football today. Oh, there is. Okay. Quite right. Okay. Watch Die Hard on Christmas Eve. Yay! I mean, I think that is a really good movie, and I think that it's just silly when people say it's not a Christmas movie. Because here's my attitude: it's a Christmas movie if it's a Christmas movie to you. Shut up, everyone else. Quit being jerks. Though I still think that's engagement bait because see all my other videos on that. But yes, it is saying watch Die Hard 2 last night. Yes, that is also a Christmas movie. No, but I reminded others. Ah ha ha. What are we going to get a polar bear? When are we going to get a polar bear elected pope? You know what? I hate to say this. You gotta be a human. Actually, you gotta be a man. Sorry. However, why don't you start your own thing where you're head of the pope? I mean, sorry, the polar bear legion or something. I would vote for you. Yes. Not as good as one, but fun all the same. Yes. My nephew and I watched that one together. Die Hard 2 is where meat from Porky's gets the icicle on the label. You're right. You're right. Hello, everyone. So good to see you here on this Boxing Day, this second day of Christmas. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves. Yep. So share what you all got. Share what you all got. What else I got? So yeah, Dad also got me some, hand cream and oh no, face cream rather. There's like a packet thing you can get from it. Also, eye serum. Maybe this is boring, y'all. I'm sharing what I got for Christmas, kids. I got this for Christmas. Lots of girly things, but I think the most interesting one is that I did get that bonnet from my sister. So I think it's gonna work with my hair. I really do. Because my hair can really look wild if it's not, taken care of. So what y'all get for Christmas, or if you didn't get for something for Christmas, let me know. Let me know. Now, presents I got for myself for Christmas, I got the Red Dead Redemption 2 official guide, like the hardback one. I had to get it on eBay because it's not available new anymore, which is a crime and a travesty. So I did get that on eBay for myself, and I am currently enjoying it. Though I'm not playing a lot here where I am. I'm with family right now, but I'm looking forward to using that. It was really nice. That's a present I got for myself, and I already talked about the Beauty and the Beast things I got when I went to the stage show. That was fun. That was loads of fun. And yeah, let's see. What are the soccer fixtures today? The football ones. I need to look it up on the Premier League website. Let's see. It's Nottingham Forest playing. And they have been inconsistent. I think since they got their new, or they lost their football manager. And I think what happened, wasn't it something like a personal disagreement? Dead man walking. Dead man walking 55. Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you think I got lost in the tutorial? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, once you get into it, you figure it out. But I'll tell you what. I had Steve helping me and guiding me and yelling at me the way Norwegians yell, which is the same tone of voice. Let me see. Premier League, not the standings. There we are. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is fine. All right. Oh, I haven't missed it. Man United versus Newcastle is upcoming today. And I think, is that the last one today for me? Our time? Yeah, it would be because that's like about 6 o'clock your time, right? Um, no, surely there's more Premier League. Okay, well, all right. Well, the only one left that I can watch is Man United versus Newcastle tomorrow. Why they play tomorrow? Tomorrow, Nottingham Forest is playing Man City. I got to get up at 7:30 in the morning if I want to see that. Yikes. Well, we shall see. And sometimes, of course, they don't broadcast them for us. How can I say this? They only usually broadcast when Man United, Man City plays, or maybe toward the end when it gets to be, you know, toward the final stuff. But that's why I think I like the World Cup and the Euros because they show everything. Okay. Citizen Ronan says they tried so many times to make soccer a thing here in the U.S. I remember going to see Pele play for the Cosmos back in the late 70s with Club Scouts. Yeah, they've tried. It's not caught on. Well, it's hard to catch on when the soccer in Europe is so much better, or even in South America is so much better. I mean, the good players are all over there. Merry Christmas and Boxing Day, Tree said. Long time no see. Oh, Rabbit 12. Well, great to see you too. Merry Christmas. Yes, I'm waiting for someone to help me, says Dadman Walking 5. My kid always had to help me find myself in Minecraft. I love it. I love it. If I was able to figure out how to broadcast what I'm doing on my game thing to a YouTube live stream, I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't know how people do that unless they're using, what is it? PC. I don't know how they're always broadcast what when they're playing a video game. Normally there are more games on Boxing Day, said Red Night Troll, but none this year except for United versus. Oh, so I'm not going crazy. That's weird. So that's the only game. It's not that I missed the other ones. That's crazy. What's wrong with people? They move them for some reason. Obviously, yeah. Maybe I need to give him hell on YouTube because that's no fun. So I and then there's a whole bunch of games tomorrow. All the games are tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Nottingham Forest versus Man City at 7:30 my time. I'll think about watching it. Ars- Arsenal versus Brighton. Um Oh, they are showing the Nottingham Forest one on USA. It's all over the place. I hate you, NBC, or whoever bought the rights in America. Brentford versus Bournemouth, Burnley versus Everton, Liverpool versus Wolves, West Ham versus Fulham, and Chelsea versus Aston Villa. What the hell? They're doing like St. Stephen's Day after St. Stephen's Day or Boxing Day. Yeah, jerks. British fans are not happy about all the money about it, all the money and TV deals. Yeah, no, I get you. I'm not happy either, and I guess it's probably worse for you all. That is ridiculous. It's a tradition that it's all on Boxing Day. Yeah, that's weird. Again, I thought I was mistaken. Dadman Walking 55. I stream Fortnite direct from my PS5. Some consoles require a capture card and computers use OSB or capture cards or whatever. Oh, so Fortnite can go directly to your YouTube from PS5. You see, I use an Xbox One. So maybe that's not possible, but I'll look into it. You see, I'll be a stereotypical woman. I really do need a man to show me what to do, or a nephew, because my nephew helps me too sometimes. But he gets all so superior acting, like, oh, so Aunt, you don't know. It's like, no, I don't. That's why I'm asking you. Revenite 12 says Liverpool versus Wolves will be an emotional game. A player that plays for Wolves and Liverpool, my club, died in a car accident in the summer. Diego Yota, and his first time we have played each other. Oh man, yes, I'll tell you, that was horrible. I remember when that happened, and his brother was also killed. It was like also right like a month after he'd gotten married, and right after they, won the cup. Oh yeah, it was awful. So played for Wolves and Liverpool, my club. So is your club Liverpool, or is your club the Wolves? But and then they're playing each other. Oh, that's just awful. Yeah. Well, that'll be good. Maybe they'll do some nice tributes to him. I mean, got to admit, when they were all "You'll Never Walk Alone" and all that. Oh, when he died, that was so terrible. Deadman Walking says Fulham, the old bad team that is owned by the NFL Jaguars owner. Oh, lucky year for the Jags. LOL. Oh yeah. But see, that's the other thing I know that's causing controversy. That a lot of the owners, it's like Americans or Middle Eastern. It's not, I guess, the way it used to be. Played, yes. His brother as well. Yeah, Liverpool is your club. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I have a friend whose Liverpool is his club. Well, then that was great for you when they won last time. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh." I mean, I'm a normie. I'm not gonna be one of those people that pretends I really know about this and I know who everyone is. I know I don't. I am a normie when it comes to football. I just like to watch it, and I know it's petty, but I always root for Nottingham Forest because of Robin Hood, and I know, and it's red, and I know that's petty, but I will admit it's petty, and I will admit it's a normie thing and all that. But I also acknowledge how much, um, people's home football team means to them. Like, when I have a friend who's, like I said, his home city is Liverpool. Liverpool, it's like in your bones, for lack of a better word. And if you're in Manchester, if you're Man City or that, or if you're Arsenal, it's a part of your culture. It's a part of your neighborhood. It's a part of, it's a regional thing. And it's really important. Like I remember even in Ireland, it was hurling, the Cork team. It was a big deal. And, you know, it's the same way with American football, I guess. But yeah, it means something. And so when there's a tragedy, it's like part of your extended family. I get it. Yeah, Revenite says we won the league last year. This not year not so good, but I don't want to go to it. Oh, Teresa, it's too much to speak about it. I could go into nerdy details. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. And I know that, and I really do honor that. Because for crying out loud, Beauty and the Beast came out what, 1991? 30 years on. Look at me. I mean, yeah, I know every single line from it. I know every single line from the miniseries North and South, Pride and Prejudice, North and South, the American one, the one about the Civil War. I know, Star Wars. Don't So I know what it means to like know everything about your own football club. And I've got a cousin. She married a Brit, and she's over in England, and her kids are all into it. And they play in little leagues. They have like what, under nines, under tens, how all that works. So it's a big deal, and it's loads of fun. It's loads of fun going to games, going to matches. It's just not the same here. Now, I got really excited when the World Cup was coming here to America, and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. I mean, what a year. We got the World Cup. We got the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. We got an American Pope. Good times. But I'm not going to see it. We were thinking about it, and oh my gosh, the tickets, the cheapest tickets we could find were over $1,000, and of course, it would be a nightmare, and I hate people, so we're just gonna continue to watch it on TV. All right, Citizen Rona says, "I think the NFL is the closest European soccer in turn of fan loyalty." Yes, absolutely, the NFL. I mean, people, they love their home team, and even though we've moved to different states, like, for example, my folks live in Florida. My dad still roots for his home NFL team. If you're in Texas, the Cowboys, oh boy, they love their teams. Yes, I would agree. And it's great, and I appreciate it. It builds community. See, we need things that build community. That's why I think people got so upset when they started to bring wokery and politics into it. because people are like, "Oh my gosh, don't divide us where we are most united." It's, Reverend Knight says, "I'm quite conservative, so sometimes when they go woke in some of the chats, I just sit in the back." Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. Reverend Knight says, "Yeah, that's the only sport that comes close." Indeed. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed you, Reverend Knight. Liverpool is a socialist and very working class club, and I don't really follow those beliefs, but it's my club. You just can't change. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, definitely back in the day. Yes. Yeah. It's amazing. It and but I'm taught. Gosh, remember that when they would kneel, they would even blow a whistle for all the players to kneel, and then they would do it up on the Premier League. See, that's the kind of stuff. It's like, no, 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 no. You're out there to play soccer. End of story. I mean, on your own time if you want to do it, but it feels like you're a captive audience. It's frankly the same as what they often complain of. I mean, imagine if they made everyone kneel down and say, "Let me tell you about Jesus." That would be as obnoxious. But you have a captive audience, you can't go anywhere. People come to play sports, to watch sports, not be preached to. If you wanna hear a sermon, I always say, "If I wanna hear a sermon, I'll go to church." FIFA in Canada, says John, and USA, yeah. Oh, and Mexico. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's what's pretty cool, a lot of students and stuff, they're into the football. I could not get FIFA Canadian tickets. Oh, yeah, they're so expensive, yeah. Reverend Knight says the kneeling and, badges and crying about social issue content is infuriating. Yes, exactly. Like I said, it's the same as if they were even doing things that I agree with. It's like, stop it. That's not what I came here for. The only sport I pay attention to is hockey, says Citizen Ronan. But I was born in Canada, raised in US, so hockey is kind of in my bones. Oh, hell yes, yes, they're hardcore, really hardcore. The Canucks. I know all about that because of Vancouver. By the way, man, I got to go to Vancouver for the first time. Many parts of it were just gorgeous. Of course, there were many parts that were really sad. A lot of substance issues that were pretty obvious that you could see with people, and it was really, really, really sad. So yeah, please everyone share what you got for Christmas, and also let me know if they're rolling ads. Oh, Dad got me some hot cocoa. Isn't my dad nice? Yes. So, is there anything else? Well, no, when you're a grown up, you don't get loads of things. But oh, I've been reading the last book I'm reading for this year is Conager. It's was Louis L'Amour, and it was something that, oh my gosh, it's been made into a movie with Sam Elliott. That's why I got the book, because but I want to read the book first, and it is so good. I now know why everyone loves Louis L'Amour, or do we in American pronounce it Louis L'Amour? I don't know. I don't care. It is so good. I now know he's like the Agatha Christie of westerns. I now get it. Really, really good book. I mean, it really well written. They're short. This book is about 150 pages. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I think I'm going to read more. I think the next one I'm going to be reading is going to be the Flint, because that's going to be made into a movie with, oh my gosh, the actor who played Sawyer in Lost. Let's see. Oh, Citizen Ronan says, I just got some shirts for my parents. Yeah. That's what my bro got too. Nothing exciting. I didn't get myself anything this year. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, like you said, for the most part, we kind of get what we want. That's why Dad got gift certificates. But then he did go ahead and get me the Iceland stuff. But yeah, it's funny. Girls get men get shirt and socks and maybe some video games, and we get hand cream and bubble bath. But hey, nothing wrong with that. Nail polish. Revenite 12 says, I got to keep quiet. If I said anything, I would be fired. Oh, I know. You see, and that's also a problem. Yeah, you gotta you gotta stay in the closet. Gotta stay in the closet. And it's ridiculous. People should not be. Oh, Rivenite said something. Oh, let me see. I'm going to show it here. They blocked it, so you must have said something that I have unblocked it. You know what's really hard? I started a job. Okay. Oh, you know what? Why isn't they letting me see it here? Okay, here it is. All right, you know what's really bad? I started a job, or really hard, rather. I started a job. I really love the job, and I do what I do well. The frustrating thing, Teresa, is the work environment is very lefty leaning and about stuff and spout stuff out constantly. Oh yeah. Hey, I know all about it. Having been a teacher, though, to be honest, for the most part, I've not had too much trouble inside the schools, but man, going to teacher college to get through, yeah, you just write whatever they want to hear. Like this whole critical race theory, it started back in the 90s. That's when I was there, and our whole class, including like the black students, were like rebelling against what the professor was saying. We were like, "What?" Because remember, we were the first generation that, hey, we don't do this stuff. And they were kind of trying to tell us this, and the black people were like, wait a second. Wait a second. And we were all okay. And then it was like, fine, I'll just tell the teacher what they want. Yeah, we're all racists and we all need to see our differences and fine. And I didn't realize that it was something that was being planned. You see, understand that this stuff has been planned for decades. Decades. It's far larger than we can possibly imagine. But yes, I know how hard it must be because, first of all, you shouldn't even have to bring that kind of stuff into the workplace. It's like Sunday dinner. You were always taught in general in public, in mixed company. You never talk about religion, politics, or money. It's what you do. That's just what you do. It's polite. It's rude. Let's see. Weird that they blocked that. I agree. There was nothing wrong that you said in there. It said one of those things like sensitive content or something. I don't know. Yeah. They got triggered by the lefty, maybe. I'll bet you that's exactly what it was. That must have been the word. See, it's amazing what they allow and what they don't allow. Really is. Goodness gracious. All right. Oh, look, my mom's coming around. I don't know if she knows that I am on a live stream. So I'm gonna have to mute myself for a second. Um, she's staring into the window. Oh my goodness. Right. Oh dear. All right. Sister Rona says, when I was in college in the 90s, you could see it creeping in. Uh-huh. It was in a I was an illustration major surrounded by lefties. Oh yeah, if you were in the arts, oh heck yes. But yes, it was also in the it was definitely in the teaching stuff. Yes. I mean, and that's why I get really, 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 really mad when people just assume if you're a teacher that you're on board with that. No, there's teachers fighting the good fight more than you know. And though many are leaving for different reasons. Maybe one day I'll do another stream on that. I did one back in the day, but I took it down because that was before I realized there are certain things you can't talk too much in detail about. But yes, teachers are fighting the good fight, and the ones that end up on TikTok and are famous, they're not sometimes they're not even real teachers. It's yeah, but it's definitely a problem. They tried to, but I think that we're gonna see a change in the turning of the tide. One of my first day of work at a new job, 2023, says John 005, said, "My favorite hobby is politics." Oh, no. That crazy, at the Christmas table. Yes, yes. Revanite says, "You know what's frustrating? Because of my disability, I find it hard to be independent, but I'm a straight white male who is Catholic." Oh my gosh. Man, you're hit all 3 on those. But I feel like every other disabled I've met is a lefty. Yeah, isn't that weird? It does tend to be that way. I think that there are some aspects of it where people decide to, how do I say this? It helps you to belong. Some people get involved in football, their football club. Some people like me, I have a crochet meetup that I do. other people find a way to belong in that, and in many ways, the disabled community, because I think that they have been preyed upon, y'all have been preyed upon. They find the vulnerable people and love bomb them and everything and say, "We'll advocate for you. The other people don't advocate for you, but we will." And then they magically are the ones that advocate for bringing a swift end to that community. Oh, no, John. Yeah, yeah. Oh, boy. Yes, it's a thing. Well, and as a woman, people would assume I was, big old lefty. And it's like, no. And they weren't very nice when they found out the opposite. Who's the good guys and who are the bad guys? Hmm? I wonder, I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Who are the most tolerant? You see, I grew up when we were just supposed to be tolerant. Tolerance has to be a two-way street. Tolerance tyrants, the people that are they impose their religion on the rest of society in a way that medieval Christianity in some countries could only dream of. We're always told, "Oh, they proselytized." And then they're worse. I mean, the witch hunters in Salem, Massachusetts, they would bow down and nearly worship the current lefty people for the amount of persecution they do. They're like, "You guys are more efficient than we are." I mean, they make Salem, Massachusetts look like kumbaya. Um, some citizen runner says something has to be done because stupid kids become stupid adults. We fail them in schools. They will fail when they go out into the world. Yeah. Well, I talked part of the problem that no one wants to talk about. A lot of people don't realize that schools are basically insane asylums. And I mean this literally. Literally. And teachers, like they mainstream. That's called mainstreaming. Look it up. And so if I have kids in my class that frankly need to be in a basically a hospital, a different school, they're so emotionally disturbed and I have to meet their needs. I have to have separate lesson plans for them. And how on earth can I teach the other kids? Because what you end up doing is you have to work with the others. And everyone says, "Oh, no, 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 we won't mainstream kids that can't be in there." No, that's not true. So, like, if a mainstreamed kid flips out, what has to happen is you have to do a classroom clear where so the rest of the kids all have to leave. And then if the administration comes after 5 minutes, I mean, I got my classroom once completely trashed. And then you're like, I guess we can't have our lesson today." That's been a huge problem with education because you can't teach when you are constantly having to serve 2 or 3. And also remember, it's not just like, I have no problem with mainstreaming if the kids are capable of being mainstreamed, but also nowadays, there's something called behavioral defiance, behavioral disorder, where basically a kid doesn't behave themselves, and that's classified as a disorder, and they're considered special ed. And so part of their disability is that they act crazy and disrupt the class and all that, but that's, for another stream. It's crazy. Revenant says, "100% Teresa, you're spot on. I feel like because I had a positive upbringing, my parents made to shield me as much as possible from hardship. I didn't go to the left or do anything gender wise." Yeah. And you see, a lot of that has to do with family. If you have a solid family, then that helps immensely, immensely. So you're able to be like, "Hey, mom, someone said this. What do you think?" And she's like, "Oh, this is wrong, and this is why," or something to that effect. And you can also, if you have a crappy family, people need to have a found family. Now, the problem with the whole found family thing is hopefully they're good people. You can also get some really, really bad influences. But yeah, um, school is not about learning. That's why no everyone's coming out stupid. And then they have rules that you have to pass everybody no matter what. No, you cannot fail students anymore. You cannot expel them. I mean, they basically have to kill somebody to get expelled. Teacher therapy is a good channel to talk about that. I would recommend that. But when you see people, why can't they read? Well, I'll tell you, if they're not in the classroom or if the teacher is preoccupied with her IEPs and her 504s, and that's even before you have the normal school stuff going on. And again, I'm not being I mean, I had some great kids that were mainstreamed. In my music class, my Down syndrome student was mainstreamed, and he was one of the best students in there. See, and that's what I think mainstreaming is supposed to be. But now mainstreaming is okay, this kid who basically might bite you and kick you is in your class. Just make sure you don't trigger him and he won't bite you. Literally, that's the kind of stuff that goes on. John says, "Really, a state of teaching has gone bad. Do you have an insider that could be a good podcast subject?" Yes, I am the I am the insider. I'm one of those that quit. When I got punched for the last time, I said that's the last time I'm going to get hit by a student. I'm never going to get hit at work again, and I quit. Now, when I say I quit, I did finish out my contract because that makes it better. Now I am an independent I guess, masterclass teacher, for lack of a better word, which is fantastic. I'm only working with orchestras, and that's a blast because you won't have a lot of issues in orchestra. Now, there are mainstream kids, though, in the orchestra, and they're the best. So I'm not against mainstreaming. Like, there's a kid, uh, he wasn't quite Down syndrome, but something similar. And he was in the beginning orchestra and he stayed in the beginning orchestra his whole time. And he had a blast and he was great. That's not what I'm talking about. And that's what most people think mainstreaming is. Read why Meadow died. Yes. They can't fail the kids. Nope. I suppose in superior mass they can fail, however. No. You have to pass them. You have to pass them. Or rather, they can pass at 50%. They have to pass, and you have to go bend over backwards to do everything to make them pass. That's why in around 2011, I went exclusively to music because I didn't have to deal with that because it's music. Now, I know a lot of people will go, music's important. Music is very important, but you don't get tested and see, and that's the other thing. And then the poor teachers get in trouble if their scores aren't up. They're insane asylums, literally. And then, yeah, there are problems. Like sometimes when you see those videos of cops that pull over people and they're being defiant and they're like, yeah, I didn't do anything. You tell me what I did. You tell me what I did. That's what happens in school. But what happens in school is the kids end up getting what they want with that. What happens in real life, well, we've often seen how it ends up. Yeah, it's a horrible disservice. Horrible disservice. Sorry, I did not know that you used to be a teacher, ma'am. Oh, yes, I did. Well, technically, I still am. I will always be a teacher because, first of all, I do this. Sometimes I am very guilty of going into teacher voice when when I explain things. And yes, I still am. I still consider myself one, but I'm no longer teaching in a contract. Like I said, I'm only doing it performance based, and I'm only doing orchestra. And it's a blast. And I work also one-on-one with students. I gather she talked oh, are you talking she I gather she talked about teaching day the previous broadcast or an interview. When the no fail happened, this is only for primary school, secondary, high school, or college, uni. I I don't know about college, uni, but it's all the way up to 12. Like I told you, read Why Meadow Died. It will horrify you. You will not send your kid to any school after you have read that, and sometimes I wonder why I even step foot in a school, including private. Yeah, you cannot because it started during the Obama administration. I remember getting the memos and things about where you can't punish students either. That was when because it was like, well, we didn't understand their culture. It's part of their culture to get up and shout at the teacher and other stuff. That's when it started. No Child Left Behind, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. You can't fail them because if you fail them, then it makes the school look bad. They have to show their stats. Music is also about skill and performance. You can't fake that. Either you can do it or you can't. Yes, and that's why moving to music was great. And especially when you're working, like, with elementary music and stuff, yes, there is a level of skill that you evaluate with the students and stuff, but it is mostly participation based, and the kids tend to participate. They love music. Revenite says, "I would love to be good at music with my disability. It wasn't possible. I tried piano, guitar, but in the end, it was too tough. But a lot of respect for music." Oh, well, yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's tough. I get you. I get you. I mean, if you look at my do re mi thing, I still need to do the second part of it from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's called Close Encounters of the Solfege Kind. That explains a lot of music. I mean, music is incredibly complicated, and but it's so brilliant. And what you do with kindergarten, I always told people what I would do with my kindergarten class, and what they were able to accomplish was equivalent to what a college choir singing Messiah rather. It's just that they're 5. Now, if you do it properly, and of course I did it properly, because I was a Kodai. I still am actually, and I do use that in my instrumental music. Why Meadow Died, we'll read. Yes. It's by, Andrew Pollock. His daughter was killed in the Parkland. And when you look at this kid's rap sheet, and his IEP is published in the book. I once read out loud the IEP in there, and trust me, that is 5 to 8 students in a classroom have something like that. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah. Off topic, but this I did say this is a chill stream, but no, I mean, if this is what people in the chat want to talk about, I mean, that's great. I will go with you where you go. Um But yes, it's something to keep in mind about the teachers, and that's why teachers are quitting, because there has been a persecution. I mean, it is a persecution, all right? They're like, "Well, we're gonna hold these teachers accountable. We won't pay them, merit pay and all this." And then teachers like, "Okay, then I'm done," because you just can't. It's not fair. You cannot do merit pay for teachers, because if you happen to teach AP and stuff where all your students are perfect, and they're all, for lack of a better word, you know, they're all gonna go and be valedictorians, or they're fighting for the valedictorian place. You cannot compare that with another teacher. But also, a lot of teachers gave up because they were just sick of being beat up, and then told you had to go and talk with them. And the kid that punched me, I had to give him, like, a reward system. It's like, "Well, if you don't punch me or if you keep your hands to yourself, then you'll get a sticker or something." It's like, That's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done." And yes, it was elementary, and the principal had the nerve to be like, "Well, how much did it really hurt?" Uh, yeah. In Canada, I am the last generation of harder classes, John. We did not have Latin. Oh, Latin's fun. But English teachers, French teachers, math science teacher, methodical and real. Yeah. We see, and you used to be able to track, but you see, we can't track anymore for reasons. You could fail and have to go to summer school. Yeah. But this was the way. Yeah. Yep. So please remember to share in the chat what you got for Christmas, or what you're going to buy with your gift cards, or maybe your food. I already shared my food that we had, and maybe what soccer games you're going to watch. I'm going to at least put on the one soccer match on Boxing Day. I just can't believe it. Can't believe it. Absurd. Absurd. Oh dear. So, oh wait, oh darn, I didn't show the comments on stage. Usually I do that. That helps. Let me see. Let me hit that button. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that helps me catch some of the comments, especially if I miss them. But in any case, just keep that in mind, and love your local teacher. I mean, but if you do come across a wacko, yeah, of course there's wackos out there. But for the most part, no. No, 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 no. That's why they're leaving, and they're begging people to come in. And I'm actually enjoying the begging, because they weren't so nice to me when they had me. I have a 12 days of tea. Yesterday's tea was rhubarb, strawberry, and today's tea is like a cinnamon something or other. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I will be over on Catholic Explaining maybe soon. Oh, dang it. They keep blocking stuff. Okay, let's see. The nuns. Oh, the nuns that taught me would have slugged me back. Yeah. Well, we were the last generation where we were able to be a corporal punishment, I'll say that. Now, I did not go Catholic school. I was not a Catholic as a child, but I went to a Church of England school. And yeah, the ruler was there. It was ecumenical. It didn't hurt. I mean, it's not like they beat you, but yeah, they would give you a little rap on the wrist and that would put a stop to it. I don't think it would be safe though when people say bring it back. Well, first of all, I would never be able to hit a kid. I wouldn't even be able to wrap them on the wrist with a ruler. That I just can't do that. But also nowadays a kid will come back and slug you and then you'll go to jail. Yeah, my uncle was a Catholic and yeah, he told me some stories from the 1950s and the brothers. Though to be fair, he said he usually deserved it. Revenite says, I got nothing for Christmas this year, but it's all good. My family decided not to do this year. Well, that's fine. Yeah, and as adults, we often do that. But I get new dartboard that I bought put up in my apartment. Other than that, good food. Oh my goodness gracious. That sounds awesome. Actually, that sounds amazing. I'm slightly late in the podcast, says John005. Wow, student punch you? I think this is similar to France. Teachers are afraid. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But see, if they have an IEP or 504, you can't punish them. You can't punish them if what they do is as a result of their disability, and I'm not making that up. Sisson Ronan says they can't bring it back. The lawsuits would be monumental. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want it back, to be honest. I don't want it to be back. That's not good. I mean, I don't want to hit kids. I don't believe in hitting kids. It's wrong. So that's all there is to it, in my humble opinion. I mean, no judgment really there, because let's just be frank, you I have this, I'm just not gonna talk about it. I'm just thinking, I think there's no way I can say this without sounding bad. All right. Revenite says I hit my first 180, the max score in darts. Holy crud. Practicing it for many years. I only ever hit two other. I hit was competitive, but practicing is working. Wow. That's crazy. Well, you see, you've got skills. That's amazing. I can't play darts. I suck. Well, and to be honest, I don't think no one wants me to have something sharp in my hands. It's just not a good idea. What was my favorite gift this Christmas? Probably my favorite gift. Oh boy. It sounds terrible, but oh, I was about ready to say it was going to be the gift I gave myself, but no, it was not. My favorite gift was the Bell bubble bath, hand cream, and hand sanitizer. That was awesome. It really was. It was epic. Yeah. You got some serious dart action. Revenite 12 says 2 hours a day is decent for now, but my back isn't used to it, so I can't do more. LOL. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look after your back. I'll tell you what, as a musician and a conductor, I wasn't a good girl. I didn't realize that injuries weren't a thing. They were just starting to kind of realize that it's like a sports injury, and even today you won't see it perhaps looked after. So I should have been doing stretches and heat and ice and stuff. So nowadays what I do is I have a heating pad that I have on my back and my neck and on my feet and on my glutes. That's a better word for what it is. That also helps because I busted my knee because I'm not as young as I used to be. And I guess apparently hiking in Alaska and then going to see Moulin Rouge and climb up to the balcony, a whole bunch of stairs. My body said no, tore meniscus. So yes, but yeah, make sure you heat and ice and rest, but definitely heat works really well. What's your main instrument, Teresa? My main instrument is the string bass, and my other instrument is a piano. And when I say my main instrument is a string bass, maybe that's not exactly right. Maybe they're both equal, but the string bass is what I did professionally. And the piano, I never played professionally unless you count when I accompany. But for the most part, that is what my main instrument is. And so then, the piano, obviously, the piano is something, I've played, my whole life. I started it when I was 4, uh, pre-kindergarten, or no, maybe it was kindergarten. Was it 4 or 5? Yeah. So I've been playing piano most of my life. And if you start on piano, that helps with everything else. But, yeah, I can play just about any instrument except for the wind ones. Oh my gosh. I can hypothetically lead a band, but no, that's just not my jam. That's not my thing. But tin whistle, I can play the tin whistle from Ireland. So, yeah, it's good times, it's fun, and, of course, I'm a singer. I'm a professional singer. Opera. I'm a Wagnerian soprano. Yeah. Dang it, this is making me wanna finish my Close Encounters of the Solfege Kind because they messed up in the movie. And actually what they did in the movie, what they showed in the movie was really cool, but then I think they thought it was too cerebral or something because they played another melody opposite what they were playing. They were actually doing a solfege dialogue at the end with the the alien in that. Maybe it wasn't a mistake. It was a slight mistake. I think it was something that they told John Williams to do because John Williams would not have done that. He knew what was going on, but, they had the normal tune played, but I that's another discussion for another day, but definitely, solfege is amazing. That's how we got music. Gregorian chant. Yes, I read Gregorian chant. I read the neumes, and it's just great good times. I love music more than anything else. He says, "Oh, nice. I've been a guitar player for 43 years. Wow. Started at age 10. Yes. Yeah. I can hypothetically play the guitar. I can do the 3-chord trick, and that's all I really needed to do. Um, and of course, all the kids thought I was amazing. That's the other thing. When you teach elementary, even the crazy, well, most of the crazy. I had a few crazy ones that I just adored. I mean, just because kids are crazy, that doesn't mean they have to be violent. My only problem is with the violent ones. Like, if you're violent, I think you should be in a classroom. If you're crazy, that's fine. But man, they my crazy ones were the ones that were best at music. And man, would we jam. And they all thought I was great. It really helps your ego. They just worship the ground you walk on. You walk down the hallway and they're like, "Oh my gosh," waving and stuff. It's yeah, great. I get that a bit in the older kids, but they don't like to do it in front of other students. But you get them one on one, they like you. Yeah, guitar is something. It's difficult. People underestimate it because everyone how do I say this? You can play the guitar, but can you play it well? I can tell you this, I do not play the guitar well. I play the guitar enough to accompany little kids when we have a sing-along, and those are awesome. Awesomely fun. I know the first few bars of one classical piece. Yeah, so those are good times. So, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this thing to a close because I oh my goodness gracious, look at the time. Yes, and they probably have Starbucks even though I didn't want any. But you see that I love my family. My dad's awesome. He came in and asked. So Rivenite 12 says my favorite thing is singing karaoke or in the shower. Yes, singing is a blast. Singing and also singing it gives you like serotonin. It really helps you. It really helps you a lot. So go ahead and do it. Do it. Sing, 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 sing. Whether it's in public or not in public, sing in a choir, sing in the congregation if it's good music. One of these days, I'm gonna do a stream about that, but definitely, sing. It helps your mental health. Any kind of music helps your mental health. Classical music, holy mud. I know that a lot of people don't get classical music, and I understand, but if you don't like classical music, or if you don't really think it's your thing, go to see your local symphony and make sure it's one that you really know, like, they're playing Beethoven's Fifth, the one everybody knows and you will be transformed because that music is supposed to be played live. And when you hear it live, it is magic. Absolute magic. Now, I've been recommending that everybody go ahead and watch read The Lord of the Rings. I was going to tell everybody to watch the movies, but then with the movies being re-released, you can't really do this properly. But if you don't have time to watch the movies, remember that J.R.R. Tolkien did it according to the liturgical calendar, the Catholic liturgical calendar. He said it was a Catholic work, and everyone tries to argue with him all the time. He said it. All right. So I got started late. But I did start here. So December 25th, Christmas Day, is when the fellowship sets out. And so read the Fellowship of the Ring right now, and maybe even try to read the chapters that go along with the stopping points where they're going to be. But yes, it's significant that they start on Christmas Day. And the Christmas season is when the fellowship is all fellowshipping. And Lent is when the two towers start, when the breaking of the fellowship happens. That happens around Lent. So make sure you read the two towers around Lent. And then, even though it's still during Lent, for reasons, because it's a solemnity in the middle of Lent, March 25th, the solemnity of the incarnation of the Lord, that is the date that Frodo destroys the ring. So make sure you read that part of the Return of the King. So get to the Return of the King by that point. So that's a fun way to do a reread of The Lord of the Rings, because The Lord of the Rings is amazing. Okay? It is amazing. It's the best fantasy ever, and no one can tell me otherwise. And actually, most people don't. I think some people do because they want to rage bait, but everyone agrees. Even all fantasy writers, they all agree that they can't touch J.R. Tolkien. He is the master, as George R. R. Martin calls him, the master. So amazing book. So reread them and then go see them in the cinema when they come out. Just great movies. Probably the last great adaptation of novels. Well, unless you count Twilight, but Twilight wasn't a great movie, but it was faithful. So there we are. They knew what their fans wanted. So that's a good way to reread The Lord of the Rings. I'm going to be doing that. The Western movie that Stieg and I are going to be reviewing, the one I chose, is going to be A Fistful of Dollars. I have never seen that, so it's going to be A Fistful of Dollars, I decided. So if you want to watch that, and stay tuned in January when we're going to do it sometime. Now, keep in mind, I think I've told you that we've got cancer going on, and I will be streaming when I can. I will be looking after myself. And because of all the stress, I've been having heart palpitations. I'm going to be seeing a cardiologist. Now, everyone has said my heart is perfect. Like they did all these tests on me, and they said it's stress. And of course, the nature of the palpitations. It's like where you have stress and you don't know it's stress, but your heart goes, no. But just in case, they're going to do a few more tests. But yeah. So that's, I guess, what's been going on with me. That's a long way of saying make sure the bell is rung so that you don't miss anything that you want to do, because I cannot commit to a schedule. I will get to these comments in a second. Also, that my January challenge will be occurring. So look for it on Twitter, and I will be putting it in the community post. The January challenge is going to be a casual challenge, because usually January is when, not a lot's going on. People maybe get the post-holiday blues, whatever it is. So join in my casual challenge where you watch 10 mysteries, and the rules are very, very, very loose, the way that you can fulfill them. So go ahead and do that for January. So look for that. I need to make it. And read books, read good books, read good entertainment. It will make you happy. Let's see. People are saying my favorite. All right. Good stream, Miss Muses. Well, thank you, Rebecca Gold. It's always good to see you around. We need to touch base. Great stream, Teresa. Thanks. I've been bored, so this has helped. Yay! Well, I'm glad to do it, and that's why I do this. It's good. Makes me happy. Thank you, Snorta Poopus. Take care, every human. Yes. Yeah, I'm missing my cat right now, even though he's insane. On the other hand, you can stream without the cat trying to, play with the chords and interrupt you or jump onto the keyboard. To understand classical music more, says John, I gather learning some piano might help. Absolutely. Because piano, you kind of have to do things. It forces you to play everything. When you're playing another instrument, even when I'm playing the bass, I'm only playing one line. Piano is everything. Now, I know it's probably too late, but often parents will tell me, how do I get my kid into music? I say, start them on piano as early as you can. Now, I know where none of us are in kindergarten anymore, and make them listen to classical music. I'm almost done reading Fellowship of the Yay, you've done it. Excellent. Reread it. It's good for you. I will speed up my first read. I saw the films. Yes. Teresa, hope you're okay. Prayers to you. Yes. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm okay. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. And now that I'm aware of it, I guess that's kind of good, I suppose. I've been cutting back slowly because my doctor said to taper off of caffeine, so I was drinking loads of caffeine, things like that, and being aware that I need to relax and I need to look after myself, and being aware that even when I feel like I'm dealing with the stress, apparently I'm not. So yeah, everything's fine. Like I said, my EKG was amazing. My blood pressure is amazing. I mean, I'm about as healthy as I've been in years. And it's kind of nice to know that. It's like, wow, look at my heart. Yay. And also, no blood pressure issues, no BPM issues. So it's just, and it's been better, because as I've kind of been here in Florida, it's kind of chilling. Like I'm kind of, it's like being at a spa when I'm here. I'm going to be going to the beach later. It's like what they say in those Jane Austen movies, like go to Bath. They go to Bath, or they go to the seaside to take in the sea air. So that's what I've been doing. So it's good, and I need to do that. Right. Well, thank you. Yeah, and prayers. We need all the prayers we can get. Especially that I am very devoted to Saint Teresa of Lisieux and Teresa of Avila. That is my both of them are my namesakes here on YouTube. And the reason why I spell Teresa the Spanish way is because of Teresa of Avila, though I say Teresa. And I mean, if I were accurate, I would be like Teresa, or if I was Therese of Lisieux, I'd be Therese, the little flower. But those are the two gals for me, definitely. And of course, Saint Peregrine. So, yeah, or Peregrine, if I'm saying that right. I'm not Italian. But definitely, and definitely anything that we can have, hey, burn incense, whatever. What do you call it? Sage, whatever. As long as it's not, no invoking of demons or anything. No, thank you. As I'm glad you take care of yourself. We need more of your teachings. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I enjoy that. I really do. Now, I did put up there the Catholic explaining because that's where my Catholic content is now. That's where I go full Jesus on y'all. And it's Catholic explaining, so it's you're gonna hear it. So I'm gonna be Catholic explaining Christmas, the Christmas season, and maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Again, it just depends on how things go here. And so if that is what you'd like to see, I would love for you to do that. And I just need watch hours to get mostly monetized. No devil's lettuce as well. Thank you, Citizen Roan. Yeah, please don't make me have to call a priest, call an exorcist. And though I'm one of those, I spray holy water everywhere. It was really funny. It made me feel old though. I had a plumber come over, and he was an Hispanic guy. And before he left, he said, "I want to tell you, I love your house. It reminds me of my abuelas." And I'm like, "Oh gosh." But he's like, he's pointing at my little shrine and stuff. And it's like, well, okay, I guess I'm an old lady, but you know what? I'm an old lady that does things. All right. All right. I got to go. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain to watch the football if you want to, but definitely enjoy your Christmas and enjoy your life.